thinking of, I was thinking of, is there any way to free my country from colonialism or foreign influence? And that hit me hard when the divine answered my question as to which country is not under the influence of any form of slavery. And they told me there's none. Every single country, okay, the known world is controlled. Okay, sad but true. Okay, so if you're feeling that you want to escape, okay, so there are people who think they're going off grid and they're free and they're not under the control of the government. Whether you're in the mountains, secluded, isolated, no technology, no electricity, no water whatsoever, you are not free. Okay? You're being monitored. Okay? They are aware. Speaking of awareness, actually, they are aware of me. Okay, they've been monitoring me already because of my evolution. Okay, so they've been watching me already. So I'm aware. Um, Sad to say, I'm already a targeted individual by greedy family members and uh, greedy corporations and greedy coworkers and jealous people. And to add insult to injury, I'm now being monitored by the owners of the earth. Okay, so what can you do? You can just laugh at it. Okay, so that's why it took a while for me to process this information because I had to really, bypass or get over the cognitive dissonance that this information uh, has struck me. Okay, so if you're experiencing cognitive dissonance, you're not alone. I myself had trouble processing this information. It took me a while, a few days to really really accept the reality of the situation. So no matter how rebellious or free you think, as long as you're in the known world, you're still under their control and they can see whatever you're doing. Okay, so the eye in the sky. Okay, all right. So I'm smiling right now because this information is really heavy. Okay, but because if you can understand where I'm coming from, uh, I've moved past the level of frustration, hopelessness, and cognitive dissonance. Okay. All right. Now I'm just here as a messenger delivering this message because it's high time. Okay. So the divine wants all of you guys to know what this reality really is, what this world is all about. Okay. So that you will be able to navigate this properly. Okay. All right. These beings, okay, the owners of the earth consume energy. Okay. So if you're the type of person who still thinks that everything is physical, material, and it's all about money, think again because the real currency is an energy. So the owners of the earth, they thrive on energy. Okay. Later on, I will explain why there's always wars in this planet. Okay. All right. So these beings consume our energy through labor. There are okay. The owners of the earth, there are evil ones. When I say evil, they're sinister. Okay. They're very sinister. They're very the type of being that is uh, self-centered and they are narcissistic or kind of superiority complex. Okay? Because they are superior. Okay? They are superior. They are superior to us. Unfortunately, we human beings are not the center of the universe. The owners of the earth, the dragon people, are superior to us. They are superior to us energetically, they are superior to us physically, and they are superior to us technologically. Now, you ever wonder why these technologies, new technologies just pop out? These technologies pop out because they were authorized, not because someone was brilliant. Okay, anything that we invent, they already have, and it's just a matter of disclosure as to what they allow us to have. Okay, so we're like getting breadcrumbs of technology. So if you think that a certain country or government is powerful because so and so they're proud of their country, they achieved this and that, no, it's actually the owners of the earth. They gave the technology to that particular country to perform a role, and that role is part of the game plan that makes sure the system that they implemented to keep us within the boundaries, like sheep in a pen, okay, enclosed in a fenced world. Okay, all right. Okay, now, so this is the sad part. Sad part is the dragon race. Okay, dragon race, serpent people, reptilian, whatever you want to call them. I just call them dragon race. The dragon race consumes energy. They consume the energy of our labor, but they love mostly to consume is the energy of our children. Yes. So the news that you get wherein there's human trafficking, um, and a lot of things that are happening, the violence wherein you see in the casualties you of war, where adults die, whether or adults perish, and adults perish, soldiers perish, but the children are left, and they are traumatized, and they are left crying and etc. They consume their energy. Okay, confirmation B. Okay, so they consume their energy. So that's the reason why there's always wars. Okay. Okay, so unfortunately, the owners of the earth keep us like pets. We are like their cattle. And when it's time to harvest, they purposely orchestrate everything. Okay. So there are parts of the world, that's the reason why there are parts of the world that is chaotic, filled with wars, and there are parts of the world that is kind of organized and peaceful. It's to maintain the balance and to maintain the system. So for the countries that are experiencing war, it's harvest time.